Hello, today I'm going to talk about panic attacks and anxiety, and this is something that I'm continually working on, and it will probably be with me my whole life. I don't know. So in the 2000s, I was starting to get awake, and then we didn't have like the best resources then. Like now, if you're coming awake, there's so many people on YouTube that are going through the exact same things. There's all kinds of resources to find out about breathing techniques. I'm going to have to breathe a lot during this because it kind of like raises up my anxiety to talk about it. So my anxiety came from fearful thoughts I didn't even know I was having. And then when you have a fearful thought, you actually change your breathing. And I noticed that in all of my videos, I don't think I ever talk about breathing, and it's so important, like, that if you are having fear, that you're like, breathe through it. Don't hold your breath. It kind of traps things in your body when you do that. So I do box breathing. I'm not sure. I'd have to say that I don't feel like totally relaxed when I do it, but I think it does help. I had driving anxiety, and so that progressed into never wanting to leave the house. I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to breathe if I went out to eat with someone, and then I'm going to choke and die. Like, it really gets out of control. So I paid a lot of money, and I had neurolinguistic programming or processing. Anyway, it really did help me, and then I went back to sleep, and I was happy about it. So it always is an option that you don't have to keep becoming spiritually awake. You can put it on a shelf if you need to. When I got rid of everything spiritual, that just meant that I was more in like a work kind of frame, because I'm a worker, and when I work, I'm checked out of my problems, sort of. So so you don't have to keep coming awake if it's like too terrifying. I mean, I did it, and now I'm here. And the reason that I'm at this point now is because there's so much evidence that we are electric beings, and that we're just a soul in a body. So I'm gonna try to remember to breathe during this video, and I want to give you another coping technique, and that's that the paper bag, that really does work. It has something to do with the CO2, but if you're really having a panic attack, that really can work. So a lot of my meditations, I will be focusing on bringing a breath like into my third eye. So I'm really concentrating on my breath, and I'm trying to keep it stable. Like just now, I held my breath. I'm trying to keep it flowing and natural and moving. A lot of times I'm trying to breathe a breath right into my heart, or breathe it out through my heart. I try to bring breaths all the way down into my root chakra and breathe them in and out. So with fear, I've had a lot of fear. It's constant. I'll be working at this probably forever. It's just recognizing that the thought you just had. In NLP, the biggest thing that helped me was to put up a stop sign as soon as I recognized a scary thought. And then it literally, like physically in your mind, you're changing direction then. That has helped me the most. The other thing he taught me that I just used over and over again was I was afraid to drive when semis were around. And like the faster the speed, the worse it was. So I would, he had me like grab onto my leg bones and my knees. So I'd be like driving and just kneading my knees and my legs. And I can see why that helps, because that's your root chakra and you need a little more grounding. So the first thing with panic attacks and anxiety is that you're having a fearful thought and you're holding your breath or changing your breathing in some way, and that's giving you physical symptoms. And there's a lot of different kinds of breath works out there. So I would recommend that so that you can learn how to release at those moments when you're having a gang up of fearful thoughts. I think I might have covered it. It's so hard to talk about. Another thing that can help for if you're just having like a lot of stress and anxiety is coloring, because your amygdala is usually inflamed when you're under stress. Even stress that you made yourself from having a bunch of negative thoughts, or thoughts that aren't serving you. So the amygdala can get inflamed, and when you are coloring or drawing, painting, I just know about art. When you're doing art and like, let's say that you're defining a shape, like verbally to someone, your amygdala can't work at that moment. So you're reducing that inflammation, or that, I'm not sure how it works, but it's kind of instant how that can work like that. Probably probably most people that have panic attacks and anxiety, they're having fearful thoughts. So just recognize them if you can spot them when they're happening. Or just sometimes I would notice, oh my gosh, I'm holding my breath. So I hope this helps. A lot of things are more simple than you think. And another thing I wanted to say, so I do a lot of box breathing, and that's like breathing in for 4 counts and holding, and breathing out for 4 counts and holding for 4 counts. I like it, but I don't feel like I get as calm. But anyway, that's the same way people smoke. So there's something there that was like a realization. I hope this helps, and that you have a good day. Thanks for watching.